What's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is D, and together we are Guiding Delight. Well. How was that week, huh? Just a little recap of the week before I get on the main topping point. Tuesday, Wednesday, were you guys feeling some dense energy, or were you feeling a lot of magnetic energy? For me, it was a lot of heart chakra, a lot of heart energy just radiating outwards, super intense. And a lot of people were feeling tired and sluggish, but this was really a good time for us to understand where we're at energetically, right? Do we still have a few things to clear, and do we still need to get more energetical flow through our bodies, or do we have a vast amount of energy roll through our bodies via the heart center, right? So you guys can put that wherever you want. That's just for my light warriors out there that already know what's going on. But hey, here we go. Warning, danger, Will Robinson, danger. You know, we said things were going to get distracted this year, right? You're going to need a third eye to see this year, clearly. But no, major events are happening. Major things are about to go down. We need to stay in that joy. We need to stay in that heart center, right? So I want to talk about what the heart center feels like. When you have that energy rolling through your heart, you feel that electricity, that spider webs through your body, right? And you might feel it up in here. You might feel it in your back. You might feel it in your lower back. But to trust into that, right? And to breathe into it. So if you want to breathe energy into your heart, you breathe in through the nose, right? Like, as you breathe in through the nose, you're bringing that energy out from the solar plex into the heart. And when that happens, then you can really radiate that love frequency, right? You can really affect your surroundings, right? With the energy coming off of your body, right? We're radioactive, right? So today's Saturday. Trump put a day of prayer out there. Made it today of prayer. So we're going to pray for, less chaos as possible. But we're also going to pray for those who are going to be worried, right? We're going to pray that they can find strength within the Lord, but within themselves as well. And really just having this faith and stepping forward and understanding, it's going to look bad, right? Chaos doesn't always look good, okay? But we have to drain the chaos, so we have to let it expel itself, right? It's considered like a big balloon. We've blown this huge balloon up over the years, decades. Now we're going to take the balloon away and let it, expel itself. But it's going to hit a few things, and it's going to take a little bit of time for it to go, whoop, and be out. So understand that, right? To understand when things go chaotic around us, to keep that calm, even keel within us, right? That strength to hold the field, to have that presence, right? To, like just earlier today, we was at the basketball gym, right? I'm walking in there, and I've got a higher frequency about me. I'm feeling good, right? Like I should, and I'm calm, and I'm taking it out into my neighborhood. And when I get there, I'm not allowing it to come in, right? I'm just continuing to stay out, right? We're holding the space, allowing higher frequency to touch an individual through my body, but in the same sense, to blow off all that stagnant energy, right? Just by walking by somebody. So that's key from a understanding perspective, how powerful you really are, right? When you turn everything on, when you get your chakras fully aligned, and you become that powerhouse, you can just walk into somewhere and have all that distorted and distracted energy go away, which allows that individual to have a moment, right? Which what happens then, right? They feel lighter, they start smiling, they start laughing, and before you know it, they have a great day, right? So it's little things like that. So I know a lot of us are awake. We want to shake everybody. That was me at the beginning. I want to shake the tree. Wake up, everybody. It's time. This is going to be a big wake-up call to everybody, especially because the world's going to understand how hoodwinked we've really been over the almost millennial, right? It's been a while since this programming and bull-shocking nonsense has been taking effect. So we really just need to strive and drive and understand we control us. We can control our our faith factor, our love factor, right? Hold that field, hold that love, but in the same sense, have the faith, right? I've seen a cool thing just today. It shows Moses' ship, and it shows the storm. And faith isn't having God keeping the storm from hitting you. Faith is knowing that God's going to keep you safe during the storm, right? So, woo, 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 storm warning. Chaos is about to come in. Roger, unfortunately, we can't stop her. Everybody's done programming their thoughts. They actually enjoy chaos, and they don't know how to live without it. Over. Come on. It's time to grow up. If you've been teeter-tottering between chaos and balance, right? Just combine it all, baby. The yin and the yang, there is no right or wrong. Combine the masculine, combine the feminine, make it all divine, and have a divine energy, right? That's what we're striving for. So as this upheaval happens, warning, I told you so, but in the same sense, no, I did not tell you so, right? We gotta have strength, we gotta have compassion, and we gotta have appreciation, right? Appreciation that we were able to prepare ourselves for this moment, compassion for those who don't understand it, but in the same sense, this is heaven on earth, right? And a lot of people get confused. So the more people can understand that we're on heaven, and that we can start treating each other in a joyful manner like everyone shall desire. We don't judge each other, and we really uplift each other. And wherever you go, you have a helping hand, so that way you can freely travel across this land. Whew, that was like a poet and didn't even know it. Tuning it on. So we got to focus on the heart. We got to bring all that energy and awareness and understand we're getting doused in this energy we was on Tuesday and Wednesday. How did it feel, right? Were you tired, lethargic, heavy? Okay, now we got to get some energy moving, right? It's as simple as spinning in circles, or, find a healer, get a session with me, however you got to do it, but get your energy rolling, so that way you build momentum. And when this hits the fan, you just blow right through it, right? It's like an unbreakable force with a whirlwind of thoughts and ideas and emotions to trap you. And instead of getting trapped, you just shoot right through it, right? So we can do that now, right? We don't even have to wait on the turbulence to come. For those out there who have seen that lotus flower open up outside the crown, right? When you see that energy come out and you see that energy expand up, right? Imagine that, immerse that, and then come back around and really just absorb it, right? Because this is a day of prayer. This is a day of understanding. But this is a day of remembrance, right? Because things are going to progress very rapidly over the next couple weeks. And it's very important not to get caught up in it, right? So part of my expansion into this year and changing up the way we do things, I want to do some energetical, what's the energetical things we need to be focused on over the next week, right? So I got the first chakra, which is the root, right? So we need to stay grounded in our root. But then I also got the seventh chakra in the crown. So however you connect to the divine, whether it's through your root or through your crown, make sure you're connecting to the divine and staying in that divine presence, right? Because what was the third card? There's multiple cards in this deck, but for some reason we got all the chakras. The third one was the solar plex, the I am presence, right? I am strong, I am abundance. That bringing that energy into that solar plex and having that I am strong can power your root and your crown and allow you to be connected to that divine energy more fluently and more effortlessly, right? So if you keep your solar plex charged up, right, draw energy into your solar plex through your mouth, keep that charged, allow the root and the crown chakra to expand outward into that divine source and bring that divinity into you, right? Very telling. But what was the bottom of the deck, right? The message of the whole week we've got ahead: patience, okay? Patience. So to keep all this divinity rolling through you, to stay calm in your faith and have an opened, blissful heart, right? Spreading joy across the planet, but then also to have the patience, right? Well, if we understand patience, maybe we got to go Google the word a little bit. I don't know. But having the patience, okay? Understanding what true patience is, right? And that, with us being fully connected to the divine, we're going to raise and hold more space. And because we're patient, we're not projecting. We're just holding the field. What's that going to do? That's going to allow others to rise. Okay. But not only that, it's going to allow others to not be so, excuse me, energetically combobulated with amplified energies of potential outcomes. If that made any sense to you? Someone that made some sense to you. So to stay calm, to stay free of thought, but in the same sense, to stay humble, have compassion, gratitude, be there for when it goes down, and understand, come from that compassion aspect of saying, okay, hey, I understand this is what happened. I understand this is what's going on, but this is what we need to focus on, right? And be happy and joyful within ourselves, right? And then maybe do some dancing or a board game or something, like completely take them out of it, right? Because you're holding the field, you're holding the space. They're curious. So, everything on this universe happens. It's freedom of choice, right? So their freedom of choice is to look into that, right? But it doesn't have to be through information, right? As you play your board games and dance, or even maybe have a movie night, the energy is going to combine, and it's going to bring that person up because now they're thinking towards it, okay? And when they're thinking towards it, hopefully that thought pattern takes over so the other ones can dissolve, right? And it's not an over the night thing, absolutely no. But in the same sense, big shifts can happen in one night. As long as you're staying in that now presence is really going to take off, right? Not looking towards the future, not worrying about the past. What can I control now? Oh, I can feel that energy picking up. I can feel myself radiating outwards, right? Okay, this is a good feeling. Now capture it. Now how can we stay in that as much as possible, right? And then when we're in that radiance factor, right, when we go out into public, nothing can come in close enough to drain you because you're forcing everything out, right? It's like you were going in with a candle at first, and just a little bit of a movement will blow that candle out, right? But now you got this huge spotlight, and you're like, like nothing can escape it. And when it's that powerful of a light coming out of you, when you radiate that much magnificence, not only does things around you change for the better and you see the magic on heaven, but in the same sense, you're blasting all this distortion that normally couldn't go, right? You're bringing to light things without even trying, right? You're just going on your day-to-day business, but in the same sense, you're expanding, you're elevating, and you're brightening the field, right? So it's these little concepts, right? We think outside the box. We want to be big. What can we do? We got to save the world. We got to heal this and that. But coming into yourself, understanding that inner temple, right? And then meeting in the garden to share your gifts and abilities for the planetorial system, right? Mother Gaia herself, raising that energy up, right? And really putting it back, because we have all these energetical codexes through the higher dimensional realms, right? Gaia's not ready for some of that energy, but we can bring that down into her, right? And give her a break off of some of the other things that's been taking her energy, right? So as we heal, we also heal this beautiful planet, right? This beautiful heaven that we're on. How many beautiful things come from just the elements, right? If you think about it, everything is an element. Even you. You're made up of multiple elements, right? So when you go down to the microscopical level of things, you're like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm a molecule. Now I understand what it means to flow like water. Because water molecules, your thought affects the water molecule, but in the same sense, the water molecule will take any shape. And it will take any energy and thought. So if you're 70% water, the more you keep your thoughts and your energy higher, right, that energy and that frequency's programmed into you, the water molecules of you. Now when you get around other water, you start programming it to be better, right? To be more joyous and harmonious, right? So when we're pure, when we purify ourselves, we purify everything that's around us. Now, to me, I thought that was more of an energetical thing. But now that I've had this recent, thought pattern and really went through this, I understand to purify the water within you, right? If the water is pure within you, everything else will become pure around you, because now you're setting the higher standard of frequency codex pattern that's going to affect everybody who comes within your contact or within your field, right? I think how powerful and amazing that is, right? I can purify myself and purify the world, right? But no one's going to give you any credit for it. And then don't plan on someone saying good job, thanks for doing that, right? They're just going to keep stealing cookies, right? That's where boundaries come important. That's a whole different another subject. But what I'm saying is, don't do it to please anybody. Don't do it to impress anybody, not even yourself. Just do it because you know that that's where the vitality of life is, the excitement, that energy of just creation pouring through you, and knowing that you're that pure and then that your surroundings are changing that rapidly. Oh, that builds momentum, right? And then you get stuck in your own little fantasy world, right? And what's that going to happen? There's going to be distortion, chaos. Everything's going to try to rip you out, right? Because when you're in that fantasy land, when you're in that kind of a frequency, you can alter things so fast, right? It's truly a powerful thing to witness. But they want to pull you out with distractions and everything. They don't want you to stay there. Because if they can keep you down within the ether, then essentially they can keep your higher divinity of communication coming down. They can stop it, okay? Over the last month, we've been working on getting that ether cleaned up and actually dissolving it and creating a new grid, the crystalline grid. All my crystals out there, a message to you. Open up your blue crystal heart to expand into that grid. The only people who can access that grid right now are the people who have the diamond crystal heart. So if you have the diamond crystal heart, I advise you, please, go put some love and harmonious energy into this shield and that's containing the chaos, and really expand into that, meditate in that. You'll understand where I'm coming from. You'll get it, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to keep this joy factor going. We're going to keep expanding our frequencies. We're going to purify thy vessel. And as we do all this, when the hits the fan, we're not going to be worried at all. Like I said, we're just going to blow right through it. As we blow right through it, we're going to unite so much more. And let's just say the limit and the possibilities are endless, right? Because nothing is going to be able to stop the momentum we have right now. You know, obviously what happened last year slowed a lot of momentum down. For me, it personally sent me spiraling backwards. That's kind of my own fault. But in the same sense, a lot of learning, a lot of healing. So now we're blowing through it. There ain't no more sitting around. It's time. It's go time, right? We've said it many times before. It's time to go. It's time to shine. It's time to be vibrant. Time to come alive and feel the juices rolling through your body. And as they roll through your body, they pick up this land and everyone who stands in it. So guys, be awesome. Get your energy going. Understand today is the day of fulfillment, to charge the battery, to come fully radioactive, so that when the good Lord needs us the most, we can branch off and heal so many the most. Mwah. Love you guys. Hope you're doing well. As always, be you, stay true. Till next time, guys. Peace.